Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Old Guy Farmer's Single Player Challenge. This should be day 5 of winter in year 2, and we have snow falling. So let's get on into the map and get to it. Hey Lee, how you doing? Or Leah, which one is it? All right. So here's our snow. Let's go ahead and bring out our flashlight so we can see what the heck's going on. Looks like we already cleaned this up, but we'll go ahead and clean it up a little bit. Snow is not accepted here. We're gonna keep our bucket tipped down like this. That way we won't have any snow accumulating in it. Let's go ahead and look at our wood chip price, just to see what's going on with it. Okay. Alright, so we could use some more let's put our bucket. Actually, let's put our bucket over here. This should prevent snow from getting in it. And since we don't have any wool production, we don't have to worry about wool. So how's your day been? Oh no. I'm on top of a... Somehow I lost the bale. Oh, I can't see anything. There it is. some degree, I'll be glad if snow accumulates, because I know from watching Grizzly Bear Sims that once snow's on the ground, it kind of lightens everything up. Let's give him one more. Hey Mark, how are you doing? Yeah, we've got 2 days of, the last 2 days of winter, we have snow forecasted. So we'll have to see how much snow we do get accumulated. Right now we're just struggling with visibility a little bit. Oh, and of course I'm turned around the other direction now. Seems like we just fed these sheep like the other day. I think our water tank must have a small warmer in it to keep the water from freezing. Let's check our sheep prices. We missed a day. 4,200. That's going up. Winter day 4. No, we're day 5 now. Day 5. All right. Yeah, or I don't know if maybe they I don't know if they somehow eat more over a if they need more, let's say in there we go, in late winter than they do early winter or something. I wouldn't think so, but just seems like they do. Alrighty. We got our sheep taken care of. Before we stopped the stream yesterday, we did move our ergo down to the street just in case we had a lot of snow overnight. We haven't had any accumulation, but we do have a good snowstorm coming. So we are just going to we're going to concede that our the snow may impact our ability to do forestry. So we're going to basically just work down here on this level area and do what we can. And if we do end up having problems driving around, then we won't be up in the hills. We'll be down here, more in the flatland. Oh, we've got snow. Let's slow our trains down. So I installed that inside camera mod. Definitely gives you a different perspective when you there we go. When you tab into the trains. We don't get sawdust once snow's on the ground. That's something that I just learned by Old Guy Farmer. As you can see, we got another day of snow, and then we've got a fairly warm first day of spring, 54-degree high. So I'm expecting to lose the frozen ground fairly early into spring. I do think that if we do actually have any snow accumulation, as far as snow layers go, that they hopefully will melt away by the end of the first day of spring. Not that it matters to us too much, but we only have 2 days of rain in spring. We don't really have any field prep to do other than fertilize. And we can fertilize in the rain. Hey, welcome back, Todd. Hey, Mark, I watched your video you released earlier today, the one with the beet harvest, and you know, I was wondering if you activated that little one-row beet harvester, and was hoping to get a little one-row beet harvest going on a medium-sized field. That should churn you out quite a bit of mission revenue. Alright, well, the snow's over, at least for now. I just whipped that whole tree all the way around. We'll see if the snow comes back or if it switches to sun. Maybe we'll get another little snowstorm. Snow does make a map look nice, that's for sure. Somehow everything covered in white just gives everything just a very clean look. It does leave... Todd, it will leave tracks if we have more than one layer. Right now we just have one layer of snow. But if we get more than that, then you will see the interpretation of tracks. You'll see kind of the snow crunch and depress where you're driving. I see you've already tried the one-row harvester with GPS. Well, then it'll actually be real work. I got quite the chuckle out of your comment that you were able to make dinner and catch up on my video and Grizzly Bear Sims video while you were letting the GPS auto turn the beet harvester. So you might get to see tracks tomorrow, game day tomorrow, because we have snow in the forecast for tomorrow also. This snow should not melt away. It should stay here. Or if you want to see what the full brunt of a snowy winter looks like, go check out Grizzly Bear Sims archive. He had an atrocious winter in his first year of the challenge, where I think he had 5 days of snow out of 6. And he actually had snow on the ground until the middle of spring in year 2. And it basically got to a point where he couldn't drive the truck. The truck wouldn't go more than like 3 or 4 miles an hour on the road. And it was slipping and sliding all over the place. The only thing he could do was drive around with the Scorpion King and cut trees for about 3 days. Hello, Carolina boy. How are you doing? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. We had a little bit of a snowstorm. I'm doing a lot better now that the sun's come out and the snow stopped. Todd's a Carolinian also, I believe. I'm gonna go for this tree. Y'all might be neighbors. Mark's off to make dinner. Found a couple neighbors watching same YouTube channel. Oh no. We sold a $500,000 worth of silage bales yesterday. Actually, we sold it in day 3 of winter. We actually did 2 streams yesterday. Alright, so I'll remind everybody that, as you know, this challenge is for the who wins the most money after 3 years. And there's a prize associated with that, the victor will win the Platinum Edition of the upcoming DLC. And in the event that I happen to be the one that wins the most money, I've decided that I'll be giving away that Platinum Edition to one lucky viewer. And the way you enter is to, on the 72nd day, which will be the last day of the challenge, you need to be the first person in the comments to tell me the correct number of bales that we sold during the duration of the challenge. So that would be year 1, 2, and 3 combined. A hint is that even though we are making silage bales may not be the only type of bale that we have sold during the challenge. So you kind of need to keep track of any other type of bale that we may sell. In the event that no one guesses the correct number, then you'll be whoever's closest will win. And the DLC is released in November. I was looking at the calendar before I started this stream to kind of get an idea of when I thought I would be done the recordings or the streams, and I think I'm going to be done streaming this map or this challenge sometime in the 1st to 2nd week of September, so about a month from now or less. And the thing is, the other contestants don't have to be done until November 1st. So we're kind of hitting it good and hard to get it done. That's kind of a double-edged sword, because this does mean that we will have a goal out there. We will have set a benchmark, and everyone else will be targeting us, seeing if they can get to that number. So if we win the challenge, I'll be giving away the Platinum, let's go over here, the Platinum DLC for Farm Sim 17 that comes out in November. So it'll probably be the Steam copy. Alright, let's run over here and pick up some logs. B. You can see where the truck was, at least where the truck tires were. We don't have snow accumulation there, or as much snow accumulation. We got a couple jacked logs. Of course, the last one to get off the trailer is the jacked one. My goodness. Let's go up here and restack. Snow's got it slippery. See here, Todd S. When did you start playing Farm Sim? I actually started playing with 17. I've not played anything before 17. And I think it was November-ish last year when I started. Go out of cab and zoom out and get a little of let's not roll the truck. Get a little look around. Snowy Gold Crest Valley. Got a bit of a snowdrift here. Thankfully the guys here at the sawmill have cleared off a little area for us to drop our logs at. Hey Brooklyn, how you doing? Just playing here on Snowy Gold Crest Valley. There's that little patch of wheat we planted. You can see the trees, the shadow on the trees just walk across the snow as time progresses at 15 times speed. Let's unload this so we can load the trailer a wee better. It's not too good. Once again, it's the log that's the last one off. that's a mess. That is a mess. Alright, we'll drop them in a little slower this time. There, that one. There, that one kicked good. All right. That's 2 loads. Welcome to chat, Kyle. Thanks for watching the Mountain Valley video. Hope you enjoyed it. Only worked a half day today, so I came home and I wanted to do a little bit of stream. I didn't want to stream the contest here. But I wanted to kind of show some of the grass work over there on the other map. So we've got a few other people in chat that we haven't had in here for the last time I posed this question, or at least you weren't active, I don't think. I am thinking about doing a 24-day seasons map where we play 24 days a season at 15 speed, and I'm looking for map suggestions. Last time I put this out here, chat, there was several suggestions for Sandy Bay. I think there was a suggestion for Dowland. So I'm just going to toss it back out there for anybody who wants to give me a map suggestion for a 24-day season run. Am I going to finish the 24-day season? Is that what you're talking about? I'm assuming you're not asking if I'm going to finish this, because we're down to 26 episodes. We've got 47 under our belt, and we only got 26 to go, so we're definitely going to finish this. I don't see why I wouldn't finish 24-day seasons, at least a year. Almost done a full year of 12-day seasons over on Mountain Valley. We're about to go into winter. I'll probably play that map for another full year. Todd's suggesting Dusty Cove today. That's the map that Old Guy Farmer was looking at doing 24-day seasons on. So any of Stevie's maps. Well, one thing with factories and any type of accelerated speed is they produce way too quick. So I think if I did a map that had factory scripts in it, I would probably go in and tweak those factory scripts to output at a very reduced rate. Because some of those factory scripts seems like they put out a pallet every hour, and when you're playing at 15 times speed, an hour is like 5 minutes. So it would be, all you would do would be keeping up with that, or the factories would be idle for so long it wouldn't be worth stocking. So I would go in and tweak the output variables so that they produced at a slower rate. So one of the nice things about snow on the ground is that it makes your nighttime a bit brighter, and we'll be able to see. Anybody that's watched some of my recent streams knows that I've not done much logging once it got dark, because I couldn't see a darn thing. But now won't be any problem. Now, 24-day seasons at 1x speed, that is insane. I don't think you'd ever finish that. Unless you do a whole lot of fast forwarding. Yeah, these guys are going to be awful upset at me because I've blocked the road, and I don't plan on unblocking it for a while. Does anybody know what they changed on Dowland between the contest release and now? We're stacking up the cars. You are a glutton for punishment, Mark. I'll tell you one map that I really am looking at thinking is Churn Farm. I've just got a... I seem to have a thing for that map. I can't get it out of my head ever since I did a video on it. Haven't really seen people do a video on or a series on that map. I've got this thing where if other people are doing a map, I'll try to avoid it. It's kind of an idiosyncrasy of mine, I guess. It's kind of like if I'm out at a restaurant with a bunch of people and everyone's saying what they're going to order, I typically won't say anything because I want to see what other people are going to order. Because if they go and order what I was going to order, I always end up having a second or third choice on hand. Kind of weird, but that's me. Yeah, they've got some silage silos, and I'd probably go in and tweak the script on that to have a pretty slow output, because with 24-day seasons, I think it's 8. Yeah, it's 8 days. It would take 8 days to ferment silage to or grass or chaff to silage. So I would probably go in and figure out what the max capacity of the silo is and tweak it, so if I filled it up to capacity, it would take 8 days to fully ferment the whole thing. To kind of use the silo, but at the same time have the spirit of seasons. I got the rake over at Modding Central. Modding Central. Yeah, it's an SOB mod. On the yellow New Holland rake, the only thing I did was I tweaked the daily maintenance because it was at $70 a day, which I thought was a bit excessive for a $1,200 rake. Oh, look at the line of cars we got going now. We got them lined up on the bridge. Last time I had cars lined up, I broke traffic. They were stuck even after I cleared the tree out of the way. There's a fair amount of older equipment over at Modding Central. I don't know if they basically took a classic pack from a previous version and kind of converted a bunch of aspects of it or not. Another map that I'm thinking about the 24 days on would be West Coast. That's kind of dependent on West Coast being released anytime soon. And I wouldn't start the 24-day thing until after this challenge is over anyway. This will be the last one we cut. Then we're going to pick those up. A couple more tall trees over there. We'll cut a couple more. Now, I do know that pretty much everybody and their brother will be streaming and doing videos on West Coast. So that kind of goes against my desire to not be doing what everybody else is doing. But at the same time, I think the concept and the spin of 24-day seasons would kind of offset the fact that everyone else is doing it. I've also thought about the Nagas Valley map, because I kind of Wouldn't mind doing a 24-day on a American-style map. And Nagas Valley, which is a map over at PCSG, is very much an American-style map. Again, it's a map that not too many people are using. Alright, let's park this over here. And run and get our truck. Let's just see. Oh, look at all this. We got them all lined up here. Soon all the cars on the map will be here lined up, ready for us. We'll call that a load. We'll call that a load. Turn on our really bad headlights. Carolina boy, what got boring real quick for you? Was it old equipment? The classic equipment? Is that what got really boring for you? The Mapper's Paradise map was Bollywood, something like that. I don't know if that map would necessarily be, I don't know if that map would be big enough for 24-day seasons unless you use super small equipment, and it's really not my goal to use super small equipment all the time. Hey Silent Scotty, how are you doing? Nagas Valley got old for you? Well, I wasn't going to work through the night. It's 11:15 game time. I'm going to see if we can't get this load of logs to the sawmill and get back to the farm and then do a fast forward. Alright, let's see. Can we get back to the farm in 15 game minutes? I don't know. I think I missed a turn. Seven game minutes. 4 game minutes. And we did it. Uh-oh. I need to do maintenance. This is going to cost me a fortune. And just because we can, because we have the little maintenance trailer, we're not going to put the truck in the building. We're going to bring our maintenance trailer out. Could have been so much cheaper. You know what? Alright. We're going to save this game. We're going to exit out. Now, I'd say that we're going to do another stream, but my phone's been going off like the dickens here. I got to figure out what kind of text messages are going on. So, I might be back in about 5 minutes. I'd say if you want to hold out. If I'm not back within 10 minutes, then I'm definitely not going to come back. But I'm going to take a little bit of break and check out these messages and try to figure out if there's anything I need to deal with. And if not, I'll be right back. So we're going to save again. And we're going to quit. And we're going to stop the stream. And like I said, I might be right back. If not, happy farming. And I'll see you tomorrow. But just hang out for a little bit and we'll see.